Research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water.
Come on, I don't have all night. I'd not want to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend. Come on, I don't have all night. Dr. Swansea asked me to connect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. I cannot enter. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked, all right. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But They do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. It's locked, all right. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
Daily routine.
Time has lost its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot. I'm all right. Don't waste your time with
Good
me.
evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Good evening, sir. Doctor. Sure we're making a difference.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you...
My mother just wants to be...
How painful.
So painful
I'll let you get...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
So many deaths. And still walking.
It's locked, all right.
every street corner. Daily. Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
It's locked.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
How close?
To wait for...
Aren't you
She's quite...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Feel disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
It's locked, all right.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange.
Forgive me.
I'm not some doe-eyed...
Very well.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not.
Accepted.
Do you need something?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away.
You mentioned
Certainly.
that,
I feel it wasn't me.
yet you don't.
The Brotherhood has studied.
Since I'm the one working,
Well, for many years, we have been the...
where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we...
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope.
Since you seem quite...
As men of science,
The sun. The morning following my...
you will find there is very little.
Must I...
You are a vampire. You feed.
The man we pursued and slew...
He was a Skald.
Where do...
The name means slave.
Just for clarity.
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foe.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar. It's locked.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been in...
Does my arrival in...
Let us just say that I don't...
If you have a problem with...
Dr. Swansea has imposed...
I know we've never...
Oh, but...
There is no need for such...
that is one point we...
Since your tenure...
Let's just say I'm...
Carelessness.
We're here to save lives.
I don't intend to run in...
Modern medical method.
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr...
Strickland is playing with his...
Are you thinking about...
Harvey Fiddick needs
And are you not afraid?
rivalry.
Why do you...
I strongly but...
I really hope...
I'm not the kind of...
Why do you...
I
really hope...
I'm not the...
If you have a
Dr. Swan.
I know we...
Oh,
There is no need...
that is.
I don't know what you...
I don't question.
And what exactly...
I served in the war.
Be careful what you...
I only want you to.
Knowledge has all...
It is not a question of it.
It seems you have...
I refused.
We can at least agree... I don't know what you...
I don't question.
And what
I served.
Be careful.
I only want.
Knowledge.
It is not a question.
Have you heard about...
Blackmail?
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. Blundering idiot.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real...
He refuses to admit that you're...
What Dr. Ackroyd really said.
It's a false conceit.